We will bring our Philharmonic conductor out to the stage for the rest of this first section. And just one other reminder to please make sure your cell phones are on silent. Thank you. don't worry, they'll be coming back in a little bit. As we move things around for a minute, I'd like to acknowledge a few of our grants that we've received this season, which really help us be able to do all the things we do. The people that were here last night, I promised tonight's concert would be different, but this is the same. We do need to acknowledge all of these same wonderful people. The Arts Midwest Gig Grant Fund, the National Endowment for the Arts, the North Dakota Council on the Arts, the Neal Family Fund and Isaminger Fund for the Arts, Community Foundation of Grand Forks, East Grand Forks and Region, and the City of Grand Forks. So all of the levels you can see, local, community, regional, and national, all really value what we're doing here with these young people and music. We're also very grateful for all of our individual donors and sponsors, and there are many of them listed in the program. If you are one of those names and people, thank you so much. When I see you out in the community, I know I say thank you, and I mean it. We all mean it. You make a difference, and you help us achieve the kind of connections and musical excellence that I think you're going to agree with me that you're seeing here on stage tonight. So the guests that we have with us this evening will introduce themselves further, but they are all members of the North Dakota National Guard 188th Army Band, and they will be introducing their selections from the stage. Once we are all set and I get out of the way, we'll drop the screens so you don't have all of the extra visual behind you, and I know that you will enjoy their section of the program.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for your patience while we get set up. Oh, I guess we have to wait for the screen to come down. I am Sergeant Gus Tamberg with the 188th Army Band out of Fargo, North Dakota, and we'll kick things off with the Anthem of the West, Home on the Range. A little station identification. We are all members of the 188th Army Band based out of Fargo, North Dakota. We're here on behalf of our commander, Chief Warrant Officer 3, James Landman, and our senior enlisted leader, First Sergeant Deanne Filling, as well as the Adjutant General of the great state of North Dakota, Brigadier General Mitchell Johnson. Now, the theme of tonight's concert is connections, and all of us are connected to the Army through the National Guard, but we're also connected to our communities. Every single one of us lives and works in a community in North Dakota, Grand Forks specifically. We also have some connections to this ensemble. So Sergeant Devin Tucker is the assistant conductor for the symphony group who had their concert yesterday, and I played with that group for about 3 years in high school. And now for a popular Civil War song, the Battle Hymn of the Republic. Next, we'll be performing the Armed Forces Medley to pay tribute to those who have served, are serving, and the family members that serve alongside them. We invite you to stand when you hear your branch's service song announced so we can recognize your commitment to protecting our nation. We'll have Naomi Welsh join us on the stage to announce the appropriate military branch as we play.
Army. States Marine Corps. States Navy. United States Air Force. Force.
The Northern Valley Youth Orchestra offers young musicians the opportunity to be in great ensembles, both during high school and college. But musical opportunities, especially performance ensembles, get harder to find as you get older. If you're looking to stay musically active, the 188th Army Band is always looking for talented musicians to join our ranks and continue the proud tradition of sharing music across our wonderful state. Our members are traditional National Guard soldiers serving 39 days per year, while getting the opportunity to perform in many military and community capacities. If you're interested in learning more about our upcoming performances or talking to someone about the audition process, you can check out our Facebook page at 188th Army Band, or you can get my contact information from Naomi. And now, our final song for the night, one of John Philip Sousa's best, the Washington Post March.
Weren't they great? I need to, yeah, one more round of applause. Great. if you are a Philharmonic student, you should be working your way back to get backstage and come back on. So follow your directors. So as they're resetting things, which is wonderful, we have all these fantastic coaches and conductors helping. I just want to say that, once again, thank you for being here with us tonight, and to just take a look around you and notice all the different people in this room and see if you know some of them and if you don't know some of them. But we're all here for the same reason, which is to celebrate being together as a community. Some of us are here to respect Veterans Day and honor Veterans Day, to see our kids play on stage, and all of that fits together. We are really expressing, music expresses our connections across barriers, across divides, across differences. And that's something that we work hard for, as I said earlier. Each of the students on stage is playing a different instrument, a different part, and you are the last piece of our puzzle as being the audience member to kind of make this a completion in this concert setting. So we appreciate your playing your part, and really appreciate all of the different strengths and sounds from each section. I hope you obviously heard a lot of brass, and you can hear the strings, you can hear the percussion, and the winds, and they're all going to be featured in some of these next pieces that the Philharmonic students will be playing. I would like to encourage all of you in this room to look for other ways that you can be involved in the arts in your community, in our community, wherever you are living, and to really be an advocate for music education. This is something that we should have everywhere there are young people. There should be music education, and music students, music teachers, they need all the support that they can get, and I personally believe, but I guess I'm a little biased, that the world needs all the music that it can get. So we hope that you'll read through those programs for more acknowledgments. Thank you for being here with us, and I know that you will really enjoy the rest of the program that they have for you. This is sort of a little mini orchestra concert you're going to get to hear now with an overture, a little American Copland-like piece, and then a very exciting ending piece. One of the things that's really great about playing music by living composers is that they sometimes can give you feedback on what you're doing. And in fact, recently we posted a short clip of the last piece on this program, and the composer of the piece, who lives in California, commented on it and said they were sounding great and to have a great concert. And that's the kind of connection that's pretty hard to beat. So I will get out of the way here and let the conductors get on stage, and I hope that you'll enjoy this last section.
Now I'm very loud, okay. As Mrs. Welsh mentioned, our theme this year is connections. And the students behind me, they come together every week from I believe over 10 schools. Some of them travel over an hour to get to our rehearsals each week. Some of them travel for 2 minutes. But we all get together and work on our music every week. And we learn from each other, and we learn from the music we're playing. And I am just so proud of this amazing group of musicians. And I hope you guys are too. We have 3 more pieces for you tonight from a variety of different composers, including that non-American by the name of Schubert, that we are going to go ahead and start the second half of our program with Schubert's Rosamund Overture. Thank you again tonight, and thank you to all of our veterans and our military families here this evening.
I won't talk so long this time, I promise.
So before our last piece, I just have a few announcements, most of which are for the parents in the audience. We've told your kids these things, but we're telling you now too. There is no rehearsal next Monday. There is rehearsal the following Monday, on November 25th. We'll have pizza. We'll read through music for the next semester. We invite you all to come back March 2nd to enjoy both our Philharmonic and symphony concerts together on stage, not all at the same time, but each of them. And they can bring a friend to rehearsal on the 25th if they know someone who might like to try joining our program for the second semester. We have our Crescendo Chamber Music Concert December 2nd at the Public Library in the evening. That will be a free concert. You're welcome to come to. And you have a survey in your program, and I would really appreciate it if you would take a moment to fill it out, because when we get grants, they ask us, what zip codes do your audience members come from? And how many of them were under 18? And how many of them were from Grand Forks? And all of these things. And do they like your concerts? So if you could take a moment, it's 4 questions and 1 is optional. Your zip code is actually the most important thing. And if you can turn those in the lobby as you're getting treats afterwards and telling the kids what a great job they did, we would appreciate it very much. Students, there are treats for you backstage, so you don't need to try to beat your families out to the gallery. We do appreciate your staying around to say hello and let us know where you're from and why you're here. Obviously, we know why you're here, but let us know how you heard about the concert and that sort of thing. If you're a person that likes to help and jump in and help, we are going to be stacking some chairs and stands on stage. Just make sure you ask for help with the racks, somebody who knows what they're doing. And now, I know that you will enjoy this last piece. I hope you've had a chance to read about it in your program. Gravitas really does sum up Veterans Day, I think, for a lot of us. There's some weightiness to it and some grandeur to it, and this piece really does a beautiful job of depicting that.
Philharmonic.